Welcome, everybody, to another episode here on the Utah Street Banter podcast. This week, we got some fun things going. We're going to talk about the All-Star Game, Home Run Derby. What else we got?
We're going to take a look at the first half for the Orioles and say goodbye.
Do the Orioles buy or sell at the trade deadline? I guess we'll find out, but we're going to talk about it a little bit.
And what is the Orioles' path to the playoffs?
Here we go.
Welcome to the Utah Street Banter podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode here on the Utah Street Banter podcast. I'm Cody, and with me, like always, is Elijah.
Can't say like always. You're not allowed to say that anymore. We went two glorious weeks where it was just me and Greg.
Yeah.
And now he's booting Greg out.
Yeah.
It's because Greg talked bad about him last week.
You don't come on my podcast. Now,
Our podcast. First
okay.
of all.
Our podcast. All right. Now, but I'm glad to be back. It's been a crazy time. If you don't know, I own a baseball and softball training facility, so we've had summer camps. I got one more summer camp to go. We got 3 down, 1 to go, so excited to get that.
And if you're a parent, get your kids right, because there are some crazy ones out there.
There are some crazy ones. But no, we've had a good summer. We've luckily missed the hot days with the camps, and it looks like we have one more next week. It looks like we're going to miss this 100-degree week that we have running right now. So, super excited to have that under our belt. And man, it's crazy that the All-Star game's over.
Yeah, it's the trade deadline's in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's crazy.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot to talk about going up to that. Seeing how the Orioles are going to be able to do. We're going to talk about a little bit of that today. But before we get started on all that, we're going to talk a little bit about the All-Star game festivities. I was a little disappointed because I told my wife that if the Home Run Derby tickets fell below $200, I was going. They barely fell below $2,000.
I saw some for like $850, $900.
Oh, it must be right at the end. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
but
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I told my parents that it was getting to the point with how prices were. So do I go back to college to finish out my senior year, or do I go to the Home Run Derby?
Right, yeah. But the Home Run Derby was pretty good. It's pretty good.
I definitely enjoyed it. And I do have some key takeaways. Before I get into some of the more fun stuff, I do just want to say, I don't hate the new format as much as some other people do. I just wish, I feel like this isn't, give it another year and they're going to change the rules a little bit, even maybe next year.
Yeah.
But just first off, Wilson Contreras can smoke the crap out of him.
Yeah, he can.
I wasn't expecting him to be the one to hit it as far as he did that first round. Came out a lot of it. But okay.
495, something like that?
I think he had 490.
Yeah.
Because the longest was Caminero, 491.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Which I did it on Google Maps where you can measure the distance from home plate at Camden Yards, about the right spot in left center where Caminero hit it. He would have taken the head off of Jim Palmer's statue.
It was that far.
It was just about out to the statues out there.
That would be a cool one to see is, at them at Boyle Park.
Yeah. But, okay. So this is my 3 takeaways. First of all, the Orioles, we know we're in need of everything. We needed pitching, hitting, whatever. So we're going to sign 2 new pitchers.
Okay.
Dan Rice and Jeff Caglino.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I do feel like the 2 fathers in the Derby, they took it as their opportunity to show off their arms.
Right. They were gone.
And I mean, granted, I think Jeff was the reason his son Jack kind of was able to hit it 135 miles an hour ever. I know he wasn't hitting Ballard, but he was smoking the ball.
Yeah.
But I mean, Dan Rice too. So it is funny, they're both attorneys.
Oh.
But Dan Rice, the father of Ben Rice, he actually played baseball, and he was a pitcher at Brown University from 1983 to 1986.
Oh wow.
So I'm sure just get him on a throwing program. Maybe by August he'll be ready.
Right. That's good. Yeah, that's nuts, dude.
And now I have a question, Cody. What was your take on it being on Netflix?
Okay, my take was trying to figure out it was on Netflix, get everybody on Netflix, getting your mom to call you and like, how do I get on this thing? I'm sure a lot of people had that happen. Netflix, I thought Netflix actually did fine. They did it. I didn't hate how they did it. I thought it was Barry Bonds isn't the greatest analyst, but I thought he did a great job. It was cool seeing Barry Bonds talk. I mean, as somebody that watched him play. Albert Pujols does really well. I thought the first baseman for the
Rizzo.
Yeah, I thought Rizzo did good.
Yeah, Hunter Pence too.
Yeah, Hunter Pence. Yeah. So I thought they had fun. I didn't mind it. I missed, You know what I miss the most, and this has nothing to do with Netflix. Only thing it has to do with Father Time. Is remember going back. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. And that's
yeah, but
I think
anyway.
the only thing I wish they had is out of all the people there, they really only had one like commentator for like they had Matt Vasgersian, which
Yeah,
if you played MLB The Show out or Matt Vasgersian, he's
you're used to
the
him.
voice staff for
Yeah.
years and stuff. So like you're used to that voice. So I think it was cool having him, but everyone else wasn't really there to talk about the exact every swing that was happening. I think because of the limited swings, you could have spent more time examining each home run. But I think it was okay the way they did that.
I tell you, the only thing I didn't like, and this hurts my heart, is did you see the player interest?
Yeah.
Will Ferrell struggled. Like I don't even funny at all.
And I know it's only because Netflix did it, but I think it's too gimmicky.
It just wasn't fun. Like
this isn't the All-Star.
Yeah, it was almost like he was
stuff.
making a mockery of like I know he was trying to be funny, but it was like he was making a mockery of the home run derby. Like I especially
I also didn't know how I felt about the boxing ring.
But I love that was because of Rocky.
Yeah, I know.
But I loved having the guy in there from the boxing back in 2000. Let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah,
like that was hype. So you had like that serious thing going on, and then he's kind of like waiting for Will Ferrell to get his little scheme done. I wasn't a fan of that part.
Yeah,
I
it felt gimmicky.
Yeah, it did. It felt good.
Now, and I definitely I enjoyed hearing all the Phillies fans boo every player.
Yeah, you know what?
Except for themselves.
Yeah, you know what? I first hated it because I was like, oh, I just like Philly so much, but it made it fun. Like it like it made them care, and I think it's the only place in the world, only stadium in Major League Baseball that would they only had Philly fans there. Everywhere else, every other All-Star game has team. Every team is represented.
It was all
Phillies.
Like the amount of powder blue Philly jerseys.
Like Phillies, where it seemed like no other teams like fans there. So congrats to you, Philly.
And that's probably also what it would look like at Camden Yards.
Phillies, and Yankees.
Phillies, yeah.
That's funny.
But I just felt like the Derby took a long time for not a lot of home runs.
Yeah. See, so MLB Network, before the actual home run derby happened, MLB Network played the 1994 home run derby at the old Phillies stadium. I didn't realize that. Like, I thought like my greats like Mark McGwire, Barry, but I thought like it so much happened.
Yeah.
And they got 10 outs back then.
Yeah.
But and there's a few guys like Mark McGwire had 3 home runs, and then there's a few guys had 0, and I'm like, maybe it was way worse. It was anyway. So then I watched the regular one. It was okay. So I didn't mind the format. After I found like it was so much easier to like see the home runs. Normally it was like one goes off.
Yeah, I definitely like the taking it by like a swing or out basis. I honestly would just prefer them to go back to outs though.
Oh sure,
because I like when these players are getting hot, like Jordan Walker at the end when he hit like 4 in a row to win it, like that's what you want to see.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
The only good thing the format did is it gave us that ending that was like dramatic.
Yeah.
Right. Like so. Like,
yeah.
I so. But I mean, I'm open to everything. I do like it better than the timed.
100%.
So, but the timed also kept you like, oh, dude, you only got 30 seconds left. But it also is like, I felt like sometimes on the time you're like, all right, they let him hit the ball now. He's making,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which that's what I thought was funny because you had like umpires for that. You still had an umpire out there, but don't know what he was doing this time. He didn't really have.
No.
Is it your last one?
Yeah. Right. Also, yeah. Right.
But and then my last takeaway is that Camden Yard desperately needs to host the All-Star Week and needs to host a Derby. You want to know why? Okay, this is using rough math and measuring how many home runs that were hit in total throughout all the people that were hit on Monday would have hit the warehouse.
But they had to be in right field. Is that what you count?
Yeah, so it's
okay,
only. I mean, you have Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, Jack Eileen.
Would any of them hit the warehouse?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
How many?
3.
Using my rough estimate on the larger end of things, you could have seen like 8.
Really?
Jack Caglino, he hit one. I think it was like 475.
Yeah.
So just so you know, Ken Griffey Jr. is the one that was measured at 465.
Oh, okay.
And that was, I mean, not quite down pole. Some of these, I have Munetaka Murakami would have probably had one. Harper would have probably had one. Schwarber, he didn't hit a lot. He was sitting right around like 440, and that's not quite enough. He had a couple that were up there towards 460, so maybe you clip it. But Jack Caglianone, he might need to go to the Orioles and just take a couple swings just to see how far he can hit, because he 100% would have hit the warehouse. But I just think I know it's cool to have Ken Griffey Jr. being the only one there, but imagine if you're knowing that the home run derby is at Camden Yards and you're a lefty power hitter, you want to be at the derby.
Yeah, right.
You
wanna hit
want to
that.
be there.
Yeah, absolutely. So talking about the All-Star game really quick, I Elijah got the fun one. The All-Star game, not much happened. I mean, after the second inning, I mean, it was kind of just a dead zone.
Hey, Miguel Vargas home run.
Okay,
Come
no,
on
I know. Miguel Vargas. Miguel Vargas says, "See what happens when I'm on a winning team." He's on the Dodgers.
I did like that he hit it off a Dodgers pitcher.
Oh yeah, that's true. I will say I don't ever give Philly any credit because anyway, Philly looked good though. The stadium was beautiful. I hosted the All-Star game, amazing. The Sandlot thing was cool. I thought that the
kids riding their bike on the field kind of funny.
Yeah. It was just anyway. I thought it was really neat. I thought they did a great job. And in Philly, I also know now that so this is my opinion. I don't mean to. So a lot of your MLB star pitchers wouldn't pitch in it. They were there, but they wouldn't pitch in it. Mizrowski wouldn't pitch. Skeens didn't pitch. But apparently, I've written down here that you don't have to be a star anymore to be dominant in this league, because everybody's good. It was just amazing to me how every pitcher on either side, the stuff was just insane. You'd have a guy come out there, I don't know who he is. He's 31-year-old rookie, and he's coming out there There was a guy anyway. There was coming out 98 crazy sink on a fat, just crazy. It's just our MLB pitching has come along so much that maybe, just maybe, where everybody keeps getting on everybody about batting averages being so low this year.
Yeah.
Maybe the pitchers are really good. Like maybe, I mean, like I said, you got these guys coming out of bullpens and just dominating, and they're used to, you'd have a guy come out, you didn't know who he was. He was giving up a few runs. Really the best pitcher between the two teams is the one that gave up the most runs.
Yeah.
I mean, Christopher Sanchez. So, but yeah, so I was really impressed by how dominant the pitching was. I don't think the hitters suck. I think the pitching was really that good. If you watch the game, watch the movement of the ball. It's crazy.
I think it's crazy because after the fifth or sixth inning, it's pretty much all relievers.
Yeah.
And every team is using you had a Aroldis Chapman come in for the ninth inning, and then you had a Brian Baker come in and get the last out. Like those are some of the best relievers in the American League this year. You're having the pitchers that when you're going into a series against Tampa Bay, this is the guy you're looking out for, or against the Red Sox or against whoever. That's the guy you're watching out for. That's who pitched. So obviously that when it's the All-Star game, that's what you expect. But it's like
no, I agree. I did not like it when Brian Baker came out to close the All-Star game, and we don't have a closer on the Baltimore Orioles.
Nope.
Boy, wouldn't it be nice to have Brian Baker right now? But
sure would. I was surprised that they didn't have Louis Varland close out, just because what's his name?
Yeah.
The Blue Jays manager, Schneider, he was the manager for the AL.
Yeah.
I was just kind of surprised. They had him.
That's no hate towards Brian Baker at all. I was just being.
No, and then did you see too? I guess the Rays, Drew Rasmussen requested that the Rays ask Schneider to let Adley catch him.
The crazy part about that though is Rasmussen isn't the one. The Rays head coach called and put that together. Now everybody's like, is Rutschman going to the Rays?
And I hope if the Orioles trade Rutschman, they have enough common sense not to release.
Yeah, because talking about somebody that's going to hit the warehouse. Yeah. You know what I mean? So also last thing is apparently, I know this is true, but apparently this year it was really true. The MVP of the All-Star game absolutely doesn't matter because Cody Bellinger won it. And I mean, he hit a base hit.
Hit a 2 RBI single. I mean, who else would you give it?
I would get okay. So here's my question: if Vargas did that, and then Cody Bellinger hit the home run, I think Cody Bellinger still wins it.
I don't agree with you.
Because I think it's New York bias. I think
that definitely plays into it. But the problem with MVP is you don't have anyone you had the box score just up. Did any single player on, say, the American League roster have more than one at bat?
Yes. Bellinger had 3.
Oh, but really?
Yeah, Bellinger had 3. Yeah, because he was trying to get it, and he was 1 for 3.
Yeah,
1 for 3. So, I mean, obviously,
the problem is it's just
You can also
you want to give it to a pitcher because they shut down.
Yeah, it's just hard.
Who was it that was it Cease? I believe Cease had 3 strikeouts in the inning and threw like
3 Ks. Yeah. Yep. He struck out the side.
But yet again, pitched 1 inning.
But I mean, I tell you who should, if the Dodgers, I mean, if the other team get it, Robreski, thank you. He struck out 5.
Still gave up a home run though.
Yeah, he did, and boom, that's why he should be winning that. But I don't know. Also, seriously, this is a fake argument because it truly doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So, what's he? Do they still gonna truck? Do you know? They used to.
I don't know, but all I know is for the home run derby, Jordan Walker got $1 million.
Yeah, that's what it always is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick on the Jordan Walker thing, because how cool was it to see Jordan Walker's family at the game? I mean, it was so real. My also favorite was I was watching the post game interview, and like they're actually like had the commentators are actually talking not about Jordan Walker at the moment, and you just see Jordan Walker's grandmother just walking like 3 inches away from just not even knowing they're doing an interview. She's just walking, you're talking to people. It was hilarious. But yeah, so I think that's all that's going on in the world today.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's all the world's focused on.
Right, it's the All-Star game. Yeah.
But no, kind of what I had written down is that this has been a great week of sports. You had Monday the home run derby, Tuesday the All-Star game. On Tuesday, you had Spain and France in the World Cup, and Spain ended up beating France there, which I didn't think that was going to happen. I want Spain to win, but thought France was going to win. And then you had on Wednesday Argentina. They defeated England.
Yeah.
Which anytime England can lose, is a victory for the United States.
Yeah.
That's what we always must remember.
Yeah. The biggest thing, I know America lost, but you know what America didn't lose, everybody? And I've watched, I don't know if you've seen a lot of the reels from like people coming from overseas to America and seeing some of the things. Well, I saw so many people that came over and they were like, are missing Wawa right now. That was a big deal. And I just want to pull this up real quick. So we might have lost, but for dinner, I had a Wawa. So kind of a big deal here. So you know what? You might want a soccer game. But yeah, I got a Wawa quesadilla, and thanks to Wawa if you want to pay me for this episode.
Yeah, I was more gonna say like you took it more. They want Wawa. I took it more as you can't root for the team that burnt the White House down.
Right.
Like we did beat them in back-to-back.
Okay.
This is the sun will never sit on the British Empire. Literally controlled 3/4 of the globe, and we had 13 colonies, and we overcame. We did. You
might win the little ball game.
I have a question for you, English, because I know there's so many British people watching. You guys were actually both world wars before we joined.
Actually,
right?
I will say the past couple weeks they have dominated.
Okay. So don't stop listening because of this.
You have dominated, so we do love you. But yeah,
Winston Churchill was cool.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes down to it, we like England way better than we like France.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, the French seem to, the French do think that they're
Yeah.
But moving on, let's talk about. You probably didn't know this, but this is a Baltimore Orioles podcast. So you have a little bit to talk about the first half.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to look back on. I know last week me and Greg kind of went over some trade stuff and how the first half hadn't looked good, but then after we got that episode out, the Orioles decided to win 4 games.
My favorite thing is I listened to that podcast after I edited it, and I listened to it, and you said, "Well, hopefully they don't lose another game." And they didn't. It's the first time. Every at the end of the podcast, we always said that. And this is the first time that.
Granted, it's the first time that they haven't had that many games. They only played like 4 games.
But still, I'm taking it. They did not lose since you posted the podcast.
But just looking back, we got as of the All-Star break, 46-51 record, 5 games below 500.
I just don't see how we lose another game this season.
No. What would that be?
I have no idea.
It'd be like 110 to 111, I think.
Oh, wow. So we still wouldn't break the record. We said, God's sakes, that we still break the record.
Like the 2021 Dodgers.
God.
And that's if we win every
single game. Wow, that's crazy.
Oh, so it ain't gonna happen.
Okay.
We're 4th in the AL East, and we're 2 games back of the wild card spot.
Right.
Now, 2 games back, but there's like 4 teams in front of us. So the offense was ranked 21st in the major leagues in batting average, 11th in on-base percentage, 14th in slug and OPS, and 4th in walks and strikeouts, which is kind of impressive that we're 4th place in both walks and strikeouts. So sure, we get on base, but we also strike out way too much. And on the pitching side, we're 19th in ERA, 21st in WHIP, 25th in batting average allowed, and 14th in walks, 23rd in strikeouts. So, although I feel like our pitching sometimes is better looking than our offense, it's not.
Yeah, so there's a few things I was surprised about, especially the first half. Is so the first for the entire season last season, our home run leader was there's a three-way tie between Gunnar Anderson, Jackson Holliday, and Jordan Westbrook, all with 17 home runs. Now, my favorite part about that is already this year, we've been crushing on Gunnar, wanting him to be the Gunnar we want, we need. But Pete, he's still doing well. He has 17 now, so he's already matched his last season high.
Yeah.
Pete Alonso is doing way better than I thought he was going to do at the beginning of the season. He's doing the baseball card thing, where you're going to flip the baseball card, everybody's going to have 35. So Pete Alonso's 21 home runs, 65 RBIs, all-star worthy. I'm not going to get into that. I mean, if Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Oh,
okay.
well, he was an all-star worthy.
Yeah, okay. So, Samu Basayo, he is doing better than expected, in my opinion, on the home run front and the average. And the RBI front. Love seeing that. And yeah, so those three guys to me are doing well. It's just hopefully we can get the strikeouts down and the averages up a little bit. But especially the strikeouts down.
Yeah, and one way that we could do that is to buy at the deadline, which is August 3rd. I'm a little sad. It always falls right around my birthday, and the best days are when it falls on my birthday because it's like a nice birthday present from the MLB.
Yeah.
Like, I remember it, like on my birthday, that was the Juan Soto trade day. That was I think the last time the
Really?
deadline was on my birthday. So I was like, wow.
Trades to the Padres.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that
really worked out for them.
yeah.
Hey, Orioles, I don't know if you know this, but if you make trades where you get pieces back, it really helps the whole
It's almost like James Wood is better than anyone on the Orioles.
like, God's sakes.
Don't look at who's the best offense in baseball because it's the Nationals.
Yeah, crazy.
But yeah, I mean, one way is to go and trade, try to get some stuff. But like, what could we get? Do we get offense? Do we get pitching?
Yeah.
And I know right now we're kind of teetering. Do we sell? Do we buy? If you want to look more into what we sell, go listen to last week's podcast. Me and Greg did do a deeper dive on the pieces that we could sell, what we think would be realistic for that. And I'm going to be honest, I was a lot more negative last week than I am right now because of the 4-game win streak. But all it takes is we get swept our first series back, and we
have a tough first series.
We have a tough until the deadline.
Yeah, we have. Was it
Astros, Red Sox, Braves, Tigers, Phillies. I mean, it's the Tigers are the worst team that we faced. That's not sandwich. We don't have a break until August 4th against the Angels.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that all goes. But if we buy, what do we get, Cody?
Yeah. So a couple things is I would love an infield. Like Blaze Alexander breaks his hand right the last game of the year, last game before All-Star break. Our hottest hitter, of course it is, because that's how it goes. So now we don't have Jordan Westbrook, we don't have Blaze Alexander. So it'd be nice to get a B piece for there. I don't think that's gonna happen.
There's a shortstop down in Atlanta that we could pick up. Jorge Mateo.
Oh, Jorge Mateo, yeah. Did you see that? I don't mean to go on this. Mateo pitching against, O'Hearn.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. Anyway, so Mateo was pitching against O'Hearn. That was on the same game where O'Hearn had the 3 home runs.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But yeah, so I don't think that's gonna happen. I know the whole Luis Arias, that's been a big talking point, and there's a few other pieces. I wish you were right. I hope you're right, but I don't think. I think our bullpen is trash. I think we need everything and everything.
Tell me how you feel.
And I think anything and everything, and it's not the bullpen piece's fault. Here's what it's fault. They're all gone. We traded them all. You know where our bullpen piece from last year is? He just closed the All-Star game. And it's not like he came out of nowhere. He was good for us. Okay. So, anyway, and we don't have the starters. Like, we just don't have, but there's nothing out there. Like, the best pitcher, in my opinion, that's going to be out there is Kevin Gossman. I could be wrong, but I think he's going to be the best starter on.
And that's if he gets moved.
You're right.
Because all it takes is
if they win 4 games, they're buying to
the Blue Jays are in almost identical space to us. They're 45 and 51, so they're half a game behind us. If they sweep their first 2 series, they're not trading.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things where I here's what I think is gonna happen. You guys want to know what I think is gonna happen?
What do you
be
think's
honest.
gonna happen?
I hope I'm wrong. I believe this Orioles team can do it. I believe this Orioles team can get hot and sneak into the last seed of the wild card and then lose the first round. But I do believe it can
Can we
happen.
win a game this time?
I don't know.
still
I just want to
suck.
score runs. But I do think it's possible because this is the year to do it because the league is so the same. But that being said, I think we soft sell. I think we sell Taylor.
Almost like a retweet.
Yeah, I think we trade Taylor Ward because I don't think he's coming back.
Yeah.
I think we don't trade Rutschman because I think you're hoping to keep his keep him there. I think you'll see some little teeny pieces, or I almost see almost nothing. You know what I mean? You know how some years there's like literally nothing happens. If there's a year for nothing to happen, it's gonna be this year. It's gonna be just I don't know. But here's my problem: is do you trade and get all these pieces for a year? Get a couple pieces, or do you go? Well, we're not playing next year, so we're hoping that when our minor league teams enter squad or what, I don't even know. You can't probably do that, but hopefully they still progress, and then we'll have Bradfield is ready now. Starting the 2028 season. I hope.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, so that's how I feel.
And something that I would be interested in is, say you do a soft sell. Say you want to trade off some pieces, and you brought up Luis Arias. He's an intriguing one. He's purely batting average, and that is what this team needs. This team needs someone just to get singles, honestly, because we don't do a lot of that. There's a teammate of his that I'm really intrigued by, and it's Logan Webb. And all I know is I've had success trading Logan Webb this season so far. I traded to Cody right before his 2 awful starts. So he's just done awful for Cody, so it's looking good for me.
I get 2 pretty good pitchers.
Okay.
Squallenbach is going to be...
He's hurt, he's got good. Yeah, it's right now, this is a rebuild year for my fantasy team.
And I'm fighting for a playoff spot over here.
Yeah, so, and this is what I think. Say you trade for Logan Webb. He's been struggling. Whether he does good or not, that's a guy you go sign. Give him a Pete Alonso type deal in free agency, and if you get him, let him get used to the system. We already know it looks good in orange and black.
Yeah,
it's like I feel like that's almost something like you said, that not just this year. I want something more long term.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, because it's so hard to trade for bullpen pieces.
I know.
You end up giving up so much.
The other issue is right now is here's why I don't think much happens is everybody's in it. Like, everybody is a hot streak away from the wild card.
And we'll go right into that. What is the path to a playoff spot for the Orioles? Because bearing massive collapses from the Yankees and the Rays, we're not going to win the division.
Yeah, boy, was I wrong with my prediction. We all had the Rays. Well, I did. Not all. The Rays in the bottom, too.
Yeah.
I apologize, Tank.
It's the Rays how they are. They just randomly come out here and they got Junior Caminero, which... Granted, he's hurt, so we don't know how that's going to affect him.
That hurt my fantasy team, too.
But I think that the Rays and the Yankees are going to slide in. One of them wins the division. One of them gets a wild card spot.
Yeah.
And then I think the Guardians are going to stay there because the Guardians are going to be Guardian.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they do pretty much. And so, really, barring anything kind of crazy, any trades or injuries, there's one spot open for like 5 or 6 teams.
Yeah.
You have the Mariners, the Red Sox, the Astros, Blue Jays, Tigers, Twins, and the Orioles.
Yeah.
And I'd even maybe throw in like the Rangers in that mix because they're on top of their division right now. I'm not confident that they're good enough to win a division.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Mariners or the Astros, honestly, but probably the Mariners overtake them in the coming weeks. But still, that's 5 or 6 teams that you got to fight with, and that's really hard to do. It's a lot and that's why this series against the Astros is so important. If we come out and sweep them, we're almost in a wild card spot. Like that.
Yeah.
And it makes it's so much easier for a guy like Elias when he wants to see what we're doing. If we're a game up 2 games under 500, but we're a half game back from wild card spot, that looks a lot better than we're 5 games under 500 and we're 3 games back from wild card spot. It's just that's not a lot, but it is a lot when you only got 2 months of baseball left.
It's crazy looking at because we're 8 games, right? 8 games. We're 8 games up from the Angels of dead last.
Yeah.
But we're also 8 games back from the Twins of first in the wild card. We're right in the middle, and then
we're only 2 games back of the Twins.
You're right. I might need glasses.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
We're about 8.5 games back for the Yankees.
You're right. I'm sorry.
But I just don't know. I mean, the Yankees were struggling there, but they kind of always struggle in June, Tampa Bay, now, I mean, if Caminero really throws them through a loop and they start dropping games quick, that does open up some possibilities for the Orioles, but they just got to get hot. They can't make the playoffs being the fourth best team in the American League East.
I think the biggest thing is I've been watching this the past few weeks is how I wish I would have screenshotted this, but how a few weeks ago the Orioles were almost in 100 run deficit, negative run deficit, which if you don't know, that's runs scored versus runs against, and that's how you got to win. You know, you got to score more runs than the team. But most of the time, you have to definitely be over that threshold. You have to be in the positives to be in a above 500. But now we're finally at that negative 19 where we've scored 447, and our pitching has done a lot better at, giving up 466 runs over the year. But it's like one of those things where can we get to that spot? Can we get to that spot where our pitching holds the 2 and our hitters score 4?
Yeah.
And that's kind of the key.
I think also we've not been losing as badly. We've had a lot more like 2 or 3 run games in the past month.
That's also true with the whole 100 thing. When I think there was like 3 weeks there where at least twice we gave up almost 20 runs.
Yeah, like there was a couple different times we were losing like 12-1, like like every week at the bottom.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous. But like you said, so you said that you still think and you believe that the Orioles can make the playoffs. I think the Orioles can make the playoffs. Do not believe they can make the playoffs at all.
Statistically, they can.
Like logically, I see the way for it to happen, and in the way it's really simple, honestly. For this is easier for the Orioles to make the playoffs than than
last year.
Way easier than last year. Like it's so simple for the Orioles to make the playoffs this year.
Go ahead. I'll let you continue.
And even national media is even doing this. The Blue Jays are right now worse than us, and they should be buyers at the deadline. They're gonna do this, but you want to know why? They made it to the World Series last year. They have stars that know what to do and how to play.
With the same roster.
They've shown what they can do. I haven't seen. The Orioles won 4 games this past week. That's the most success they've had in a short period of time this whole season.
Yeah.
I don't believe they can get hot.
Yeah.
I think they can get lukewarm and win 4 games in a row. But for the Orioles to do something, you have to win 7 out of 10 games multiple times throughout the rest of the season. I don't think that's possible. I don't believe it's possible.
Yeah, here's the difference between this year and in years past is our pitchers have the talent to do it, whereas I feel like last year they didn't.
Yeah.
We have Shane Bass, who can be great, can be good, but we do have Kyle Bradish, who can be great. We have Trevor Rogers, who can be great. Dean Kramer pitch much better. We need him to be the best number 5 pitcher. And Brandon Young, I might. Greg doesn't talk positive about any of our pitchers, but he loves Brandon Young, and I was always against it. And Brandon Young is great. He's doing so much better. So, can throughout a 5-man rotation each time only have one of them blow up, and it can be a different guy each time. I don't care, but that's how you can.
And just don't be the only game you score 8 runs. Be the game that we have to blow.
Right. So, but what I'm saying though is the starting pitching does have the ability.
This is the most faith I've had in our pitch. Honestly, this is still, I think, the best and the most faithful I've had in our pitching rotation. If Orioles team, even when we had Corbin Burns, you had Burns and Bradish, but outside of that, you didn't have nothing. I mean, and look back to 2023 when we played the Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
Grayson Rodriguez was your game 2 starter.
Yeah. So
and now we have Kramer. Kramer's not going to touch the mound as a starter until maybe like a championship, the ALCS, if we were to make it that far. He wouldn't ever start in a wild card series or divisional series.
But the key is, can the bullpen hold it, and will Albernaz allow his starting pitchers to go 6 innings?
Yeah,
because he does not like that.
No.
The third time through, he is done with them, and it doesn't matter.
I will say this: this is the farthest we've made it into a season now, with as little starting pitching injuries we've had.
Yeah.
Granted, we had Povich early on, he's still hurt. We had the Bassett stuff. We had Kramer, but we've had a decently long stretch now with healthy pitching.
Yeah.
We don't normally. It's one here, 2 weeks later, another one. 2 weeks later, another one. 2 weeks later, another one.
Yeah, you're right. Except for Blaze, that's as old as old.
We've had a healthy. The month of June was healthy.
Yeah, and now it's just a freak thing. It's just crazy. Yeah. So hopefully there is a chance. There's a chance by our next podcast we'll probably know. To be honest with you, we'll probably know.
Probably.
And
look, next podcast we'll come on and there's gonna be one distinct tone or another distinct tone.
Yeah.
It's either gonna be we come on here, we did good against the Astros, the Red Sox, and the Braves, and we're buying at the deadline, or we did bad, or we did mediocre.
Yeah.
You can only do good to buy. If we're still 5 games below 500 after the Braves series, we're selling.
Yeah.
Or at least we're not buying.
Right. Yeah. So we shall see, everybody. We will be back the week of the 27th. So we'll put another show out. Main reason is this is going out late in the All-Star week, and then I have another baseball camp. So we're gonna try to dive into that. And Elijah's done with doing it all the time. No, I'm kidding. No, but if you're staying with us every week, we can't thank you enough. Really appreciate your support. Remember, we are on, if you're listening to us, we're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you're watching us, we're on YouTube. We have Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff, X, and TikTok. And remember, we also have our website, UtahStreetBanter.com.
Struggled there.
Yeah, I did. Well, I pointed up and then I lost all.
It was like
I was looking.
It's UtahStreetBanter.edu.
No,
for education.
Yeah, if you just look up there, it's right. It's right there.
Right. Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah. So please support that. We try to update that as much as possible. And we can't wait to see you next time. Remember, you can always reach out to us on any of those platform sites, and we'd love to hear from you. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much. We will see you next week here on the Utah Street Banter. See you guys.
See ya.